Hello S2, this is the level 2 stuff for the third money lesson in our remote learning. So this one's all about budgeting. We've got your numeracy ninjas there, just like before, with your answers as well just underneath. So start off by having a go at that and maybe pause the video or come back to it, and I'll take you through what's going to be happening for the rest of the lesson. Like I say, it's a third lesson, so it's money 3. It's all about budgeting. Our learning intention is to understand the terminology associated with budgeting and perform some calculations set within real life scenarios. So success criteria is to be able to explain what a budget is and why budgets are used, and we're going to solve some problems as well, set in context with the aid of a calculator. So you can use a calculator for all the questions that come later. To start off with, we've got a few questions which we'll kind of discuss with you. So what is a budget is question 1. So a budget is a future plan of your spending. It involves taking all your income and deducting, which is taking away, all your expenditure. So that's what you spend money on. So you take your expenditure away from your income and you see how much you've got left. You might be saving for a particular reason. So give 3 or more examples of income, so money that you get in. So there's a few listed here, but you might be able to think of some others. But obvious ones are like wages that you get from your job, pension, benefits, pocket money for you guys. You might have an allowance. You get money for doing some jobs, some chores, birthday money, Christmas money, that type of thing. 5 examples of expenditure. So again, you might have something else, but things like rent or mortgage payments for your property. You might have a loan for your car, something like that. Bills, electricity, gas bills, maybe even your TV, internet bills, that type of thing. Spend money on clothes, food, holidays, pets, toys, lots and lots of different examples you could have there. So they're examples of expenditure, things that we spend money on. Question 4. How can we increase the money left if we need it for some reason? So there's 2 ways we can do this. First, you need to increase your amount of income. So you might get more hours to work. You might get an extra job. You could sell something else. It could be eBay or something like that. And then the second way is to actually cut back on your spending. So reduce your expenditure. So stop eating out and walk rather than taking the car or the bus. Reduce the amount of money you spend on clothes. So 2 ways that we can increase the money that we've got left. Question 5, why do we need a budget? So a budget shows us how much money we have to spend on certain items or items. It helps us to make sure that we do not get into financial difficulties from overspending, and it also shows us we cannot afford to do something. So you might find out, maybe you want to go on holiday, but it might not be financially possible for you to do that. Couple of supplementary questions, so extra ones here. So what kind of things might happen within a family that would mean that they might have to change their budget? So your income could be affected. You might have a job loss, could be reduced hours. You know, a lot of people at the moment with the coronavirus situation who are maybe getting a reduced salary and might have been paid off. That's very real for folk just now. Having a baby, could get overtime, that type of thing. You might have to pay more money for rent. Lots of different things there. For question 7, thinking of an example when you might have made a budget. So if you had to save some money for any particular reason, you've probably done it without even maybe thinking about it. So you might have to save up some money to buy a birthday present for a friend, or save up some money for going on holiday, that type of idea. Okay, the questions are now below. So the worksheets here, I've left some space at the side here for you to put your answers in. You can do it on paper and put your photos in here, or email me them if you would prefer, whatever works. You can use a calculator for most of these. I'll kind of just go through them, give you a few pointers just in case. So the first one's asking about spending. So how much did Alfie and how much did spend on that? So you're going to have to do a little bit of add-in. You can do that on your calculator though. For question 2, you'll need to have a wee think about what different ways that they could save money for their trip. So think about what we've just discussed. You might be able to think about that. The trip is 30 weeks away, so how much will each boy have to save each week to save £100? So you'll have to do a wee dividing sum there. For number 4, Alfie's planning to wash some cars. How much money did Alfie make from his car washing? So you'll have to do some multiplying and some adding, taking the number of cars that he washed, the number of cars that he washed and polished, and then add your 2 answers together. And then how much money does he still have to make from to get his total of 100? You'll need to work out the difference between your 2 answers there. For number 5, Alfie had forgotten that he'd bought a birthday present for his mum, so he needs to get her something. So what could Alfie do for his mum's birthday gift that wouldn't cost him any money? That's something you can maybe think about. For question 6, he's got 20 weeks left to go before the trip. He gets a job, extra income from Paperboy. He gets £2.50 a week. So how much money will he make from his new job? So if it's 20 weeks at £2.50 a week, he'll have to do a bit of times in. And for part B, he's offered £25 by the newsagent for helping him count stock one Sunday, but Alfie is taking part on a football match that day, so you need to decide what you think he should do. Should he help the newsagent get the extra cash, or should he go and play football? Number 7, Alfie does help the newsagent, so you need to add his extra money onto the money he saved from his Paperboy job to get number 7. And for number 8, Finn is trying to review his spending, reduce his spending, see if he can save anything. So looking at crisps, chocolate, comics, football club and cinema, what do you think he could spend less money on? Number 9 says he goes to football every week and to cinema every second week. So how much would he save over 30 weeks if he only went to football instead every 2 weeks? So you need to try and work out how much he would save. Which item should Finn stop paying altogether to save the most money? And then how much money would he save? So look for the most expensive thing he's spending on, and you can times that by 30. And for C, how much money would Finn save after 30 weeks if he stopped all the items on his list? So if you add that up and get the total of all the items on his list and times that by 30, you'll get the answer for 9C. I'm going to let you guys think about 10 and 11, let you think about it a little bit on your own, see how you manage to get on with that. But yeah, there's plenty of things for you to be getting on with within that. You're not going to finish all of that in the 50-minute slot that we've got today, guys, so you take a bit of time on your own. You've got Thursday and Friday where you can work on that. We've got the tutorial on Wednesday as well. Thanks very much. Bye bye.